how do you identify if your love or value or passions for social media are becoming a spiritual stumble or a stumbling block for you, and maybe even an idol? First, I want to talk about I don't have a cup. Scranton Road Promotional Ministries. If you click on their banner, you will get their information and you can use them for mugs, cups, jackets, coats, anything you need for your next family event, your business, your ministry. I love the quality of their products, and they're just amazing. And when you invest in them, they invest in the city. It's a great ministry, and you will not be disappointed. So we talked about different tips on how to kind of change the way you engage social media. But first, let's see who's here. Angie, what's up? Mike, what's up? Mike is here. Love when Mike is on. Are we on YouTube?
Yes,
I'm sure we're on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? I want to remember the names. There are some people that consistently go on YouTube. If you're on YouTube today, can you say what's up and stop stalking? Say what's up. Say hi. So what? Aunt Twee's here. Woo! She says good morning. So just a couple of examples. One stood out to you that you brought up in the beginning of the segment on how to kind of separate yourself more and more from smartphones, because we think it's like a tool that's awesome, but it's become our everything. For example, the first one.
I started reading the comments. Look, my mom's finally on. See?
Jamie!
That girl Jamie is adorable.
Aww.
Sorry. Thanks, Mom. Yes, physical distance from the phone. I feel like, literally, and I hate to admit this, but my boys would totally call me out, is how many times a day I'm like, where's my phone? Why is it, like, it should be right next to me. Like, if I'm in another room than my phone, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's crazy.
Bad.
That's just stupid.
You want me to tell you something sad? So I don't know if you know, but there's like 20 people that are in my house all the time. And so my nieces and nephews, we homeschool together. So we got our own little pod. The youngest kid, she's 1. Jamie. Her thing is when she sees anybody's phone, she knows who it is. She's 1. And she'll go up and give it to her. And it's become such a thing that we're like, wow, it's almost like she's thought, you belong with this. Like, you belong with your phone. 1. And it's been personally convicting because it's like, yo, what kind of message am I sending the younger kids?
Right. Yeah. No, I know. It's everywhere with me. The only place I don't take it, although my husband does, I'm just throwing him under the bus. He won't watch on here anyway, so it's fine. Is in the bathroom.
I take it in the bathroom, and I was afraid to tell you on air. No. That is so bad. I was afraid to tell you on air because I'm like, oh, nobody want to know. Oh,
but this is the real family.
My husband, Len, he doesn't care. My husband takes it in the bathroom, and you'll hear him laughing because he'll be watching YouTube. Yo, that's but back in the day it would be like the newspaper and books.
I mean, I still have old-fashioned magazines for the bathroom, but
oh my goodness,
that's the only place it doesn't go. But everywhere else, and so just a physical space from it. And for me, and I really am, I'm gonna do this. I don't know that I'm gonna buy an alarm clock today because that's real work, but I'm gonna plug it in a little further away from my bed. And so,
I like that.
So I have to get up to get to the phone. If there's a real emergency, I'm going to have to get up anyway.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm tired of snoozing 27 times. Yeah. And because what happens is I snooze and scroll and snooze and scroll.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going to get up to get my phone in the morning.
That's tight. So that's your challenge today.
That's it. That's my challenge.
That's tight. The one I like that's so hard, but it will bring back things I like in value is protecting the night. You'll get a better night's sleep if you avoid looking at the screens beginning 2 hours before bed. There's actually science behind this. But more importantly, in the last moments before bed, write in your journal. I used to write in my journal when I used to wake up at 5:30 before I started working. That's gone. I have time at night. It's that thing I was telling Dr. Julie Slattery, she's a dear friend. We tell ourselves we don't have time for stuff. We got all kinds of time. Oh, yeah. All kinds of time. So I would like to leave my phone out of my bedroom at least an hour before I go to bed and use it for things I value. I love reading, even though I'll listen to books. But I can write in my journal. I can talk to Len, like actually look at him in his eyes, beautiful light brown eyes, and talk to him.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We'll be like talking like this in the bed, and kind of like
Yeah.
unwinding.
And I don't multitask well. My husband is on me all the time. And I have gotten better lately because he'll be like, you're not even listening to me. Because if he's talking and I'm finishing an email or I'm responding to something, because it's not always just scrolling. I do use this thing for some good too. My work appreciates that I use this phone, right?
Right.
So I'm replying to emails, things like that. And he's like, you're not even hearing me. I felt pretty convicted when you said, like, you took the phone out of your room and, like, Dr. Slattery would be proud of me. I think some other things would change if we put our phones down.
Hello, thank you for keeping it real. Thank you for keeping it. That's the truth. And we're going to get to your comments, but I wanted to say, in terms of, I need to use it for my job too, being always like searching for topics or, just, I homeschool. Like I constantly have to, I'm always adding to their curriculum
Right.
and exchanging with other homeschool moms. But what I've discovered is instead of like I'm always on, because it's really like I'm not always researching, for my job, setting a time and saying, okay, the times that I'm on social media or the times when I research are between, let's say, 3 and 5 every day. Like, can we bring that back instead of just throughout the day? Because it turns into, for me, mindless activity that's really not creative.
Right.
And setting boundaries.
And I think I don't remember who said it, but I love words of affirmation. I'm not very humble, and I'll just be like, I love when people tell me how great I am.
I could tell you why. You're an only kid.
I am spoiled. Case in point, my mom on here calling me cute.
Oh, that's cool.
But, if I am on my phone and getting likes or Jamie, you look so good, or hey, you've lost weight, I can tell him this profile picture, and I'm not getting that from my husband, like that, that twists our minds in ways and leads to intimacy issues.
It does.
Period.
It does.
Look at me, Dr. Slattery. Come
That's
on.
right. Charles, I'll give you an answer to your question. He said, what did you do with Brian? I kicked his butt.
Yeah. I kicked his butt.
Brian, he's on vacation, so just, pray for him. He don't need a break. I don't know why he's taking a break, but he's on break.
I love that he's on break because then I get to be here.
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah, girl.
Right.
And I'm way cuter than Brian.
Angie says, what I find funny is that people will be in the same room texting each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, my house is not that big, but it's big.
I was going to say, there's a lot of people in your house.
And there's a lot of people. I don't got to yell. I'll be like, hello, can you come wash dishes like I told you to? Or texting a kid. Like, there's advantages. But if I'm in the same room, I got to turn around and talk to my son. So I get that, Angie. That's very true.
Yeah.
Callie is going on with Mike. So Callie and Mike have an interesting relationship. They come on overtime and they talk to each other. And they'll be like, oh, so how was your day? How are your kids? They got that thing going on. It's really weird. And Brian will be like, hello, stop. It's about us.
Do you guys not know how to Facebook stalk each other?
Hello.
Just click. You can.
Thank you. Nice to have you on, Callie. Deborah says, our phones have so much private info that it's as important as our female purses. It's true, though.
It's probably more important than my purse.
More important.
At this point.
Yeah. Callie says, I'm trying to treat my cell phone as a landline. Turn up the volume and keep it plugged in a room. Wow. Where I don't spend all my time. Not in the bedroom at night. You a deep sister, Kelly. Let me go visit you. I wonder what you look like. You probably look amazing. Let me see. Why does she got to look amazing?
She's got a funny profile picture. You can't even stalk her well.
I knew that. Look at Kelly. She looks great. And I love your glasses in that picture. Aww.
Cute.
Yeah, she is cute. Very, very, I like that. Make it a landline.
Yeah.
Kelly says, I have been thinking about deleting all of my social media. I did that one time when I read, you got to read that book, Digital Minimalism by Carl Newton. Yeah. And for an entire month, I was not on my phone, except for a call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I read so many books. And my life was different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to tell you something really sad? I would go to a restaurant, no cell phone because I wasn't doing social media. And I would notice things that the kids would do that you otherwise wouldn't notice because you're on your phone.
Uh-huh.
Like expressions they would make to each other. Like, we're missing life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. And so what helped is what you do. Like, if you take, Ron does it. What I did and what the book suggested, take social media off your phone. And if you need to check it, get on the computer. It's a lot harder to go on rabbit trails. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to sit down on the computer versus
You're gonna
on your
do
phone.
thing. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
A couple people
yeah.
have mentioned the Social Dilemma.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you haven't seen it.
Oh,
See it.
my goodness. So, go on Netflix, because we telling you to stay off your phone. Go on Netflix.
Get on
and-
your TV.
Yeah, well, yeah, get on your TV. And look up Social Dilemma. It is a documentary about the big ones, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And just how they manipulate people. Don't think politics. That's not where I'm going. It's how you are a product. Like, what you think you're getting free, you are the product. That's basically what they say.
Right.
And so while they're on, what they're doing is, guys, they're selling your time, your hours that you won't get back. That's what Nike gets. That's what Doritos gets. Because they're making sure, okay, we're going to give you millions of whatever, and you make sure she stays on the phone and sees our ads. And so they talk about
Right.
how they make it so that you stay on a little longer. Isn't that crazy?
How they know what little shirt you're gonna like from Old Navy that's coming across the bottom.
Girl,
Yeah.
I know, right?
have you had conversations and seen stuff pop up on Facebook?
Yeah.
I just explained this to
All
my
the
mom,
time.
and she is flipping out. I was like, Mom, this happens all the time.
Girl,
She's like, I don't understand how I buy something on the computer and then my phone knows it. I was like, Mom.
I
Yeah.
know.
So Len's super old school and
know.
he's not into social media, and he was on his phone one time and he said something or it talked about, like, let's say Timberlands that day, and it showed up on his phone, and he ran down the stairs and went up to my teen and was like, why is this on my phone?
I had a while where I couldn't, and it's going to start all over again now. I wanted the Peloton bike, or wanted to know about, it was like 2 years ago when it first came out. I was in this rut where it just kept coming up, because then I would talk about how my phone knows that I talk about Peloton bike.
Crazy.
And
Angie says, I used to be an avid reader and have noticed that since I'm on the phone so much, I've put books down.
Did you
Isn't that sad?
Did you see what Callie said? She says she has her phone turned like
Callie?
yeah, further up. I think she said that she has it so her phone goes off at 9:30. Like
Ooh.
it turns off.
Yes, Charles, Social Dilemma. That is what you need to watch. It will. The kids they got a whole campaign. Do not let Papi watch this. He will shut everything down.
Oh,
Here's
I'm
Callie.
sure.
They will, because you already know he's already. They were like, if he watches that, it's over.
You guys are going off the grid.
Callie, is this the one? You can read it.
I've been charging my phone across the room. Also, I have my phone set to shut down every night at 9:30 so I can spend time reading or with my husband.
You want to know what I do? I have that too, and I dismiss it.
Wow.
Ain't that messed up? So I just need the phone. Like, it'll say, okay, it's bedtime.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll be like, stop, and I'll turn it off.
I know.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I've done that. It
Girl.
all depends on the day. There's some days where I'm like, yeah, I should probably think about getting ready for bed.
KP on YouTube, what's up? KP says, pretty convinced my life in a whole or as a whole was better without social media. I agree. I don't even feel more connected to family, But I think the key is, in that book I was reading, Digital Minimalism, which I got to get back to, they compared the effective way to use social media, kind of like Amish or certain parts, some Amish treat technology. They're not mastered by it. They use it when they need it, and so with their tools or whatever. And so he said, if you can get yourself to the point where you say, this is when I check it, and then I put it down, versus you're just available all the time.
Yeah.
Kelly says, a wake-up call for us was watching Social Dilemma. Can you watch that, please?
Okay, I'll watch it.
The ending is super cute, too.
I know.
I love the ending. The very end. Deborah says, if you leave your phone out of your bedroom, do you have landline phone to call in case of emergencies? Good question. Number 2, do you need to be up at a time or have an alarm clock? Yeah, that's what we said, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you talking? You said about having just that's what we did before. We had
Right.
regular alarm clocks.
Regular alarm clocks, or I don't think I'm going to turn my phone off. It's just going to be out of my reach, which will say, I mean, because
Yeah, because
sometimes
you can
I
put
don't
it
even
on.
get up out of bed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like, I don't have to go that bad. Hopefully, it'll be the same with the
Yeah.
phone. If it's out of
Yeah.
reach, I'm just going to go, I don't need it that bad.
And if you do that and you're intentional about it, you can set it on like, what is it? Do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
And for emergencies, like I have teens that are driving. For emergencies, you can set it where it's like, do not disturb for anything except for these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way you're not having notifications go off. Novella, what's up? Novella says, I have a sleep mode on my cell that kicks in at 9 p.m., which makes my phone go grayscale. So nothing comes through until the alarm goes off at 4 or unless I turn it off, which I rarely do. Tammy says, we have girl power. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Charles, I don't know what Charles is talking about. He says, I will say, can you call so-and-so? And they will text the person. I'm like, you can call and get an answer right away. Novella says, I deleted Instagram and Twitter. I did the same thing. I just have Facebook, but it's like a while back. I don't have TikTok or that other stuff, but I do have Facebook, but I haven't been on it over 4 years. Wow. Ooh, we gotta go. Okay, I'll read a couple. I don't miss it. I leave my phone upstairs away from my time together. Miss Theola. Woo! She is like one of my favorites. You know Miss Theola? She's a
I don't
grandma.
know her, but I know her from here.
Yeah, she's awesome. She says there are so many variables. I'm older. I have a cell and a landline. My family will start checking if I don't answer my phones. They even insist I take my cell with me when I get the mail. So there is no set rule. It depends on your situation.
Well, Theola, I'm going to
Yes.
agree with your family on this. You know, I mean, yeah, if you're older, we want to make sure you're okay, and this is how your family, but at my house, there are plenty of human beings who can pick me up if I fell down the driveway the other day, and not a kid of mine would
They
help
don't
me.
come and check
They
on
stood
us?
and laughed at me.
No, are you serious?
And then my son said, "You're not walking me to the bus stop now, are you?"
Oh,
My
your
wet
kids sound like
pants.
mine. All right, guys, we gotta go. Look, I see you on YouTube. I see y'all. Y'all ain't commenting. Thank you for joining us. Continue the discussion. If you have things that have helped you separate yourself more and more from social media, let us know. And remember, we have Follow-Up Friday. So in terms of it becoming an idol in our life, that's a conversation we
Yeah.
can always continue. If you have scripture that have helped you in that, let us know, because it's not just in terms of idols. It's not just Facebook.
And I'll be back on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Follow-Up Friday. If she said